The title of this episode is Public Success and Private Failure. So I was like nervous about who will I ask to be on the show, because anybody you ask may be like, you trying to show shade? Like,
where this girl
right? You don't know me about public success and private failure. How you know I have failures in my life?
Why you know I failing?
Right.
Currently.
I wouldn't. How? I'm your host, Corral, and today I have with me
Ashley Swaby. Ashley B. Swaby.
Ashley B. Swaby. And today we will be talking about public success and private failures. So we're going to dive in. So Ashley, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself and then how we met.
I would identify myself as a very hardworking, strong woman. I'm a woman's woman. I like to empower and motivate women. I always have young girls and older women come up to me all the time, and it inspires me to be a better Ashley.
Oh, yeah. I like that. And how did we meet? Do you remember?
Vaguely, very, very vaguely, and that's a bad habit I have, because if I don't know you and you hail me, I'm gonna talk to you.
And then you're like, hey girl!
Yeah.
I don't know who the heck this is.
Fake, I fake. Only in social sense though, but I think, I can't remember where we were, but it was in passing.
Yeah, I definitely was in passing. I think it was in Bahamar, and you were with Tap. That's when I remember it. But we're both alive influencers.
Yes, for sure. This is my sister through a lie.
We are, believe in best.
Yes.
And so that's how we started to correspond, but never really had so this is kind of like our first conversation. So we're doing it on camera. It's our first conversation.
She put me on the spot.
I did. How I got you to be on the show was so funny. So like I said, the title of this episode is Public Success and Private Failure. So I was like nervous about who will I ask to be on the show, because anybody you ask may be like, you trying to show shade? Like,
where this girl know me
right? You don't know me about public success and private failure. How you know I have failures in my life?
Why you know I failing?
Right.
Currently.
I wouldn't. How? And so I was like, who are you gonna ask? And then you made the post and the video about how you were rebranding and how you came up with Ashley Banks and how you decided you're in the process of changing from that. And so then and a lot about the things that you were going through during that time. And so I was like, Ashley's gonna be perfect. But I don't know, like, she's like, I don't know you like that girl. I'm gonna be on your show. So I was like, okay, let me reach out to her, see what she says. And then you were like up to it.
All for it.
I didn't even explain it yet. And she's like, I'm down.
Yeah. I'm like, whatever girl's into, I'm into.
Yay!
I'm your girl.
So I'm super excited. So you're rebranding now. So tell us a little bit about that. Like, why did you decide to rebrand? What's the direction you were in and now going? Like, a little bit about it.
So a part of me, or the main reason I decided to rebrand, is because the whole Ashley Banks persona was a party girl. And sis getting a little up there in age, so I don't be into partying no more. I'm not the party girl that I hype myself up to be anymore. And the main reason I pushed that image so much is because I was an event coordinator, and I was big in nightlife, and it was, my side hustle, some gravy money.
There you go.
And I'm just over it. I don't want to throw parties anymore. I don't want to be Ashley Banks anymore. So I'm like, okay, well, who do you want to be?
Right.
And for a year, I'm like, who do I want to be? And I said, I just want to be myself. I want to be myself. I don't want to be mysterious. I don't want to be so glamorous and beautiful all the time, because I'm not all the time. I'm tired most of the times.
Got it.
But I wanted to show the true essence of my growth and how helpful I would like to be. Like I said, I mentioned earlier, a lot of people would reach out to me and ask for advice on so many different things, and I just wanted to be the person who is reachable, first of all, because Ashley Banks was unreachable, untouchable. Yeah. So I wanted to come out of that pretense and show people, I'm real. I'm not a celebrity.
So people saw the celebrity and the partying and living my best life and traveling, but you alluded in your posts and some of the posts that you mentioned that even though it seemed like you were living your best life and like I had it all together and I was traveling, that there were some things that wasn't easy about that life, and there were challenges along the way. What were some of the things that people didn't see? They saw like you were dressed up and out and doing all of these things, but what behind the scenes that they didn't see that you were going through?
First of all, A girl is on a budget. Okay?
He was not balling out of control.
No. It may seem that way, but so I have this thing where I love to be in control of things, and it's a very bad habit I have. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess, but no, I'm not Banks. I'm not rich. So that's the first thing I want people
That's
to know.
the first misconception.
Yes,
Got it.
I am a master at budgeting. Secondly, another challenge I had would have been the conception in itself. People would see me and already have an idea of who they think I am. And it's always very, very hard to either live up to that or to change that.
Right.
So, yeah, I want people to know that I'm not always a diva. I mean, Banks, don't get me wrong, is an alter ego. And she very much is a diva. She's very much demanding. She's very much, bossy.
Right.
Bossy. She will get it done. And I turn that off. So I, don't want that to turn on.
Turn on and turn off.
I don't want her to come out too much. I want to be softer.
So what are some things that Ashley Banks did or ways that you thought that you've now changed? Because you said I've grown a lot from that girl that I was. So what were some things that you did when you were under that persona that are no longer a part of you? Or it could be things you did or a mindset.
I grew bitter because it was like, why ask someone for help who can't see my vision or who doesn't care to help me? And it kind of hurt sometimes. Back then I couldn't see that, it's not their vision. Or they just can't do it like me.
Right.
So I couldn't appreciate a team. And now I know that, when your purpose is bigger than you, you need people who are going to help you, who believe in you, and who can give you that positive reinforcement and encouragement when you're not feeling 100%. I learned that you can have it all today and lose it all today.
Yes.
Not even tomorrow.
Today.
You could lose it all in a very instant. You have to learn to be humble, even though you have everything going for you. And you have to learn to give back. Because I always thought, okay, nobody's helping me. I'm learning all of this on my own. Like, your struggle is different. Whatever you need to know.
That's on you.
Yeah, you learn it yourself. And I'm now in a position where I want to teach people or enlighten people because I still learning.
But you want to help people along the way because it really was just about what I'm getting is for me and you get your own.
Right.
Do it on your own.
And not just that. I didn't realize, there were people that helped me when I was coming up. Even though I was doing a lot of stuff on my own, there was still a lot of favors, a lot of blessings, and a lot of help along the way. It's been years.
At some point in your journey with that persona of living this kind of life, did you feel like when pursuing it or when deciding that I was going to do it that you would get complete fulfillment from that? Did you ever feel like once I have this persona, once I do all of these things, then I'll be happy or then I'll be fulfilled? Did you ever feel?
Yeah, most recently I was about to partake in a very, very life-changing event. It was always been my aspiration in life to become a wife.
Me too.
And the mother. I'm like, I want kids, but I'm not going to have the kids without the husband.
Right.
And it's like, okay, once I get my hubby, I'll be so happy.
Yes.
And, on that road to being this bride, it was like I realized, okay, I'm getting these things, but I still feel empty. I still feel like it's not going to be enough. And that's when I realized I had to take a step back to give Ashley what Ashley wants and needs, because a husband can't give that to me. Even kids can't give that to me. And I don't want to take this regret or emptiness into that phase
of your life. What was the moment? Do you remember the moment when you realized, because you had it? Because most people, like you said, they feel like once I get the husband, I'm going to be great. Or once I get the family, I'll get great. And you had this great lifestyle too. Like you were traveling. Were you away when you got engaged?
Yeah, I was.
You were, yeah. So it's like I got engaged while I was away, and I'm living the life that everybody wants to live. And you were headed there. Like you could have gone through with it because you were already headed to that life-changing decision, but you decided not to.
No.
What was the moment that made you say, "This isn't it. I still feel empty"?
The moment I realized I couldn't go through with it, was when I realized that I was literally putting everybody's wants and happiness before my own. And Ashley Banks was that person. She was this person that overcompensated and overachieved to mask any insecurities or anything that she lacked. And yeah, when I realized that I was not doing this, or the things that I was doing at that point in time was not for Ashley, that's when I said no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do this to make you happy or all of these people in social media world who are anticipating this huge showdown.
Yep.
I'm not gonna do it for y'all. You know, no matter the expenses at the time, because we were like this deep in expenses. Like we had paid for mostly everything, and I was like, you know, that's water under the bridge, because that's a small price to pay for happiness and sanity.
And that was such a great epiphany to come to, and you have to be strong to do that, because like you said, you're out there, you're in the public eye, everybody is seeing this glamorous life that you've, you know, built up.
That I be putting on.
the public success.
Yeah.
But privately, you're dealing with insecurities. Privately, I'm dealing with, I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled, and this doesn't seem like it's it.
Yeah.
But not only for someone who was living in the persona, like you said, Ashley Banks was trying to overcompensate. It's like, I have to make this decision for me. And I know that people are going to be like, what happened? The public.
Everybody want to know. Like, pictures down. I'm like, yo, I'm rebranding.
Okay. I'm doing something new. This is just, you know, morphing. But it's the reality of, I can live this lifestyle where I'm traveling and I'm partying and I have this persona, but that's not making me happy.
Yeah.
What makes you happy?
What makes me happy is fulfilling my personal goals, making sure my family has everything they need. Another thing that makes me happy is going out and eating whatever I want. You know, not putting on a pound, I kid, but eating a lot. I love to eat.
Food is great.
Food is my comfort. And another part of me that really, the part of me that I think is missing right now is the part that can help people, because I've kind of closed myself off a lot. I have not, like, you know, I read this meme a couple of years ago. It said, if people treat you like a celebrity, how else do you expect them to act? And it was like, yeah, like, that's fan behavior, so I'm gonna be the Beyonce. And like, now, like, no, I'm not Beyonce.
Right. And I talk about that in my book too. I say there's a line there where I'm saying, if you're trying to attract or reach your tribe, the first thing you need to start doing is stop acting like a celebrity. And you're not. And Bahamians, like, there are some people who fan, but a lot of times Bahamians like, who she think she is?
It isn't even so about the fan behavior, you know, because Bahamians are not starstruck.
Right.
The thing about Bahamians, in my opinion, is they just like gossip. Why are they so intrigued by people's personal life? I don't know.
Right. So that's the thing. So they're not starstruck. The reason they're following is because they just want to know the personal.
They're just interested. And I've always,
which is true, they're not starstruck.
I've always had that, I guess, gift, if to call that a gift. I don't know. But people have always, since high school, been interested in who I'm dating, what I'm doing, where I get my hair done, and it's like Ashley Banks is a product of that. I decided to monetize my popularity.
Right,
really,
right.
truly.
But then you have to watch out for it, because like you said, you realize that there's, like you say, it's a gift. And I think we do have different characteristics about ourselves that either can be used positively or negatively. And like you said, there's a part of you that wants to help others. So when you realize that, okay, I have this effect on people, I have this charisma, there's something about me that draws people to me, but when you're drawn to me, what is it that I'm giving off to everybody else for them to really benefit from this relationship?
And that's exactly where this growth came from. I decided to use my platform and my influence in a more positive manner, and that's it, and that's all.
And that's amazing. That's amazing. So the final question before we wrap up: what would you say to a young lady who is currently where you were? They're trying to get to this public lifestyle. I travel, I'm partying, my life is great, and I have it all figured out, and this is going to bring me fulfillment and happiness. What would you say to her, because you once were her? So what would you tell that young lady?
What I would tell you, young lady, is be patient. Learn as much as you can. Travel, because the exposure is priceless. And be kind to everyone, because you never know when you'll need someone again.
Yeah. And I think that's great. I think when you know that it's about being kind, it's about helping other people, it's about having a positive impact and not just about me, I'm a celebrity, I'm great.
It's not all about it's definitely not all about the image, because you will get caught up in being a diva, and it's going to be, hard for you to even maintain what it is you're chasing, which is that image. That isn't here or there, because anyone could look good. Anyone could go to a makeup artist, get their wig done, get their body done. It's not about the physical, but it's really how you, like you say, impact everyone positively. And what I would say is, work to that little girl or that young lady, work on being the best version of you, because you don't know what it is that you can offer to your community or the world at large, and that there can bring you your money or the lifestyle that you want to live.
Right.
Being that person.
Right, because having that is stronger than trying to let this perception or persona fulfill you. Because in the end, like you said, it's not. The persona is not going to fulfill you.
What you're chasing is bigger than the physical. When you chase the positivity and trying to be helpful and trying to be an asset to people, when you chase giving value to others, that's the real bag. That's the real happiness, at least for me right
there
now.
You go. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you for tuning in. And we hope to see you next week.
Next time.